Hello again, welcome back everyone. LiquorHound here with you. Thank you for joining me once again for another spirit review video. And today we're going to be taking a look at another bottle that just hit the store shelves, the Michter's Barrel Strength Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. Now this is a single barrel bottling. This particular bottle comes from barrel number 15C203 and was bottled at 108 proof. Now if you read the label on this bottle on the back, it actually talks about they have a signature filtration method that is used to mellow the whiskey. Now, I don't know about you, but every time I hear filtration and mellowing, I think of Jack Daniels and their charcoal filtration method. Now, I'm not sure if that's what they're doing here. It could be a combination of that and maybe limestone, but we're going to see how it affects the overall spirit. Now, it being a Kentucky straight rye means it was distilled in Kentucky. So unlike kind of some of what Smooth Ambler has been doing with a lot of sourcing from Indiana, which is not a bad thing. Smooth Ambler is on top of the game right now. But this one is a Kentucky created rye whiskey. So we're going to go ahead and nose it and see what we think about it. As far as the color, I mean, you can look at that color. It's ridiculous. Very, very dark. It is a no age statement rye, so they're not saying how old it is. Get to the aromatics are, wow, real heavy on brown sugar and caramel on this one on the nose. There's a big sweet oak element to it as well. Just a wisp of cedar. Spices in here being cinnamon, a little clove, a little nutmeg, so almost like an allspice. It does have a citrus element underneath. It also has a really big, almost like a fudge note going on, but that's that brown sugar and caramel. But it has some chocolate to it, so it's making me think fudge. Some leather in here as well. It does smell like an aged bourbon almost. Wow, very, very close to a bourbon. It's crazy. A little bit of mint in there as well. Very, very nice. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the tasting. Wow, good viscosity. This one's a medium, just above a medium viscosity. Fairly oily in the mouth. Very mouth coating with that brown sugar, caramel, chocolate feel. Mid palate, you're starting to get a little bit of that oak, sweet oak coming in, adding just a sprinkling of tannins, not drying it out, but just adding a little bit more complexity to the just regular sweet oak. It almost adds a little bit of the bitterness to the chocolate. But not in a bad way, not in a drying way. Right up front, commingling with that brown sugar and chocolate is an orange. Again, orange oils in there. But they immediately get covered up by that brown sugar caramel as the oak enters, as the cinnamon, a little bit of clove and that nutmeg kind of show up on the mid palate. Not really swelling, they just kind of arrive, add to the complexity. Almost a hint of roasted coffee bean in here as well on that back end. It's that barrel char combining with the freshness of that rye. And that length of maturation has created that kind of almost like a Java feel to it on the back end. Overall, whatever filtration method they're using, it's working because it's not stripping the oils, it's not stripping a lot of flavor, but it does not taste or drink like 108 proof. It drinks like 86 proof. So what I would say maybe a 90 right there. It adds a really nice warmth, but it's still so oily. The one thing that strikes me about this rye is how bourbon-like it is. I'm not finding a whole lot of floral characteristics like I would in, or a big spice like I would in a lot of ryes. This one's leaning really hard on that brown sugar caramel base with the sweet oak and the barrel char with a nice long leather finish. Again, that chocolate, that orange oil is kind of lingering in here on the back end, that red rope licorice. Wow. Actually, really, really nice bottle. Now, it is priced a little high, around $70 to $80, somewhere in there. But again, these are all single barrels, so you have to be careful. Again, this is barrel number 15C203. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have access to this limited edition release of Michter's, I probably would recommend it if you don't mind dropping that coin. But I appreciate you watching my videos. Everybody have a great evening, and cheers.